What was the hardest part of adopting your child? Having to tell my daughter that her biological mom sold her to me illegally and I wasn't actually her legal parent. I met Lisa through an online adoption forum. She was 8 months pregnant and looking for someone to adopt her baby. I'd been trying to adopt for 3 years through agencies, but kept getting rejected as a single mom. We started talking daily. She sent me ultrasound photos, asked my opinion on names. I even drove 6 hours to attend her doctor's appointments. Everything seemed perfect, until she mentioned needing $20,000 for medical bills and legal fees. I was desperate for a baby. I'd saved $45,000 for a legal adoption. When Lisa suggested we handle it privately to save money on agency fees, I ignored the red flags. I transferred the money. 2 weeks later, she called saying she was in labor. I rushed to the hospital. She handed me my daughter, Emma, along with a folder of legal documents she claimed made the adoption official. I was so overwhelmed with joy, I barely looked at them. For 5 years, Emma and I lived a normal life. I had her birth certificate, social security card, everything seemed fine. She called me mommy, drew me pictures at school, crawled into my bed during thunderstorms. Then one day, a woman showed up at our door. She introduced herself as a social worker. Someone had reported concerns about Emma's adoption. My heart stopped. She asked to see the paperwork. Looking at it now with the social worker, I realized how obvious the forgeries were. The notary stamp was fake. The courthouse listed didn't exist. Lisa had scammed me, selling me her baby through a fake adoption. The social worker explained I had no legal rights to Emma. Worse, I could face criminal charges. Emma could be taken away and put in foster care while they investigated. I broke down sobbing. That night, I had to tell my 5-year-old the hardest truth. Remember how I told you that your birth mom chose me to be your mommy? Well, she didn't do it the right way. Some people might try to take you away while we fix the papers. Emma grabbed me tight and cried, "But you're my real mommy. I don't want to leave." I promised her I would fight with everything I had. The next few months were hell. I hired attorneys, filed emergency custody petitions. I had to admit to illegally paying for Emma, but proved I truly believed the adoption was legitimate. Social services interviewed everyone in our lives. Emma's teachers, our neighbors, my family. They all testified about our bond, how Emma was thriving in my care. The court appointed a guardian to represent Emma's interests. When he asked her where she wanted to live, she drew a picture of our house with me plus mommy forever written on it. Lisa was eventually found and arrested for selling multiple babies to desperate parents. Some of those children were removed from their homes. I lived in terror of the same happening to us. After 9 months of evaluations and hearings, the judge made his decision. He said removing Emma would do more harm than good. He granted me legal custody and let me start a proper adoption. Emma is 12 now. She knows her full story and understands why I broke the law to keep her. Sometimes she asks about Lisa, but calls her the lady who gave me to my real mom.